Hey everybody, how are you? Time to knock the dust off of it, right? How's everybody? Hey Dawn, how are you? That's good. Did you have a good workout today? Did you get to kick any butt? Giggity giggity. Sweet. What class did you take? Because like back in the day before I was fat, I used to go to the gym at Planet Fitness. Just waiting for what is it they say, the room to populate or something? I don't know. Can you hear me okay? Oh, just machines and weights. The Planet Fitness I had a small spin class that I would take twice a week, and it was a lot of fun. But damn, I don't know if they changed it back when I was going though. The instructors would set their own prices, so the same class taught by two different instructors would cost two different amounts. Does that make sense? And finally, I was just like, well, shouldn't there be some sort of standard so that way people know what they're paying for instead of, oh, well, Jim Bob couldn't make it in today, so Sally Mae is going to teach it and she charges an extra $20 more. Oh, see, no, when I went to the gym, I needed to have like discipline and direction. I couldn't just do my own thing. Otherwise, I'd just spend 2 hours on the treadmill looking at Instagram and watching TV. See, I'm not. That's why when there was another gym that I used to belong to that if you signed up for this particular package, you got a free personal trainer. Like it was built into the price for a personal trainer. Yeah. I think I broke that personal trainer because I wanted to do my own thing. Hey, Amy, how are you? I think I broke her because after that, she didn't want to be my personal trainer anymore. And it wasn't like that it was difficult. It was just I needed to be motivated. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. Oh, done. There you go. I knew I was forgetting something. And I needed someone to like kind of be up my butt about it. And it wasn't. And she was like, well, I don't offer that kind of service. And I said, well, then what's the point of being a personal trainer? To teach you how to use the equipment. Sorry, I just got a text. I'm good. I'm a little perturbed, but I'm good. Go and see a doctor on Tuesday, which will seal my fate, and I already know which way it's going to lean, so. Got 9 people watching. Come on, people, come say hi. So what's new, Amy? How you been? Talking about the gym, and I'm sitting here eating Hershey Hugs. Go me. Typical evening. Well, there's certain gyms where it's like Planet Fitness and other gyms that I've been to that are like, nobody's really watching you. If you sit back and watch the people watching, they're more consumed with their workouts than looking at anybody else. And besides which, I used to tell people, look, if you're going to stare at someone who's overweight, at least they're getting up off of their ass and doing something about it, not sitting at home eating freaking 2-foot-long subs from Subway. You know, because I used to catch people like that at the gym I used to belong at, the one that had the quote unquote personal trainer. There was these core group of gym rats that would be there, and they would just harangue the shit out of anybody. Hello, Celeste. How are you, darling? Drive safe. But I used to call him out. I'm like, look, I know I'm a chunky monkey, but at least I'm here trying to do something about it. No. Ironically enough, no, we're not talking about Celeste this evening, except for when she told Felicia to go fuck herself. That was fucking epic, but that's for later. But look, and I used to call them out on it too, because I was like, listen, they're doing something about it. They know that they're overweight. They want to do something about it, and you're not making it any easier for themselves. And they actually, a couple of them kind of stopped. Hey, Mish, how are you? And it's not hashtag blame Collie. It's hashtag blame Collie and bottled wine. Individual bottles of wine is that. Because we're too classy for that box wine. Even though box wine is really good. Stays fresh. Nope, I just have chocolate in my Mountain Dew. There we go. Diet of champions right there. All right, who here, show of hands, saw Nina Santiago's last video? Yes, we got to blame Collie for life. Absolutely. Have to blame her for life. Hey, Roxy, how are you, my love? Roxy's one of my beauty people, and I love her to pieces. Oh, Prince is doing better. That's good. Oh, Lord, baby Jesus. Oh, we already got a thumbs down, people. I wonder who that is. Which one? I don't know if I saw the last one, but I saw the one where she talked about her son and showed her son's room, now her studio. Yeah, it's now her studio, and she sold all of her son's stuff. Fuck out of here. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'll be better come Tuesday. Well, I wouldn't say better. I'll have more of a direction come Tuesday. 17 watching. Woo! It is. CBD oil is very good for pets, especially when they have neurological disorder, just about anything really. Anxiety, separation anxiety, neurological issues. Yeah, name it. It's supposed to work for it. CBD oil is good for humans too. Oh, you don't? Well, excuse me. Consider yourself lucky because she legit, apparently, doesn't talk to anybody in her family. She is, she wants to know about her younger sister and her younger brother, and of course, Maximus. And yet hasn't heard from him since Christmas, has stopped going to court, has stopped doing all of that, and is just paying her child support. And she turned her son's room into a freaking studio, sold all the stuff that was wish listed to him because she thought she was getting him for the summer. No, no, ma'am. Nope. And there is something to be said after years and years and years and years back and forth. A judge would never keep a child away from any parent, especially if they were, quote unquote, making strides to make their life better. There's no way that a judge would say, nope, you don't get to see your kid unless you were bad. CBD oil for dogs. Do you reckon it might work on my dog when there are thunderstorms? He gets really upset. I live in Florida. I hate to see him cry. It can. Talk to your vet. Just remember that there are different strains of CBD oil that do different things, just like there's different strains of marijuana that do different things. Helps with cats, dogs. Hey, Lovey. If the court ordered her to have contact with him over the phone, I wonder why she hasn't spoken to him. Why all of a sudden she stopped? Because she knew that her cash cow would be gone and there was no point because it would be 50-50 split custody. She wouldn't get any money. So what would be the point? That's what I came up with anyway. She figured that, well, Moreland was doing his thing, making money, making bank, making stacks, and here she was, rubbing two pennies together, hoping to get a nickel. And she was trying to get him back so she'd get the freaking child support. The minute that it was even going to come close to any type of 50-50 split with Maximus, or as close to a 50-50 split with no parent paid child support, she gave up. She could very well pay $600 a month. It all depends on the state minimum in the state that the child resides, which is in Nevada. No, Lovey. Yeah, I've got 10 more minutes to talk before I can read side chat. Shh, you guys, stop talking about flush. She can read back, I don't know Nina except for Nick's videos, but it has to be a sad life when you use your kid just to make money. What the hell? Well, she also held her kid hostage. There was a huge ordeal. You can go back and look at it. SWAT was used. Like she was going to commit suicide. It was a huge mess. And a lot of us were Nina supporters. Nick was Nina's friend. Like we all had her back. And then she turned out to be one of the biggest scammers on YouTube. I thought it was squirrel nuts because the squirrel has to protect the nuts. And that's why the squirrel has the gun, is to protect the nuts so she can make the stew. I posted the wedding video. She posted the wedding video. She went to Ghana to marry the guy. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. So since then, Moreland has had full custody of this child. Since then. Oh my God. Well, that's the thing. I don't think her ex-husband wanted him anywhere near YouTube. And sure as hell did not want him around any sex workers, i.e. Miles. That's why Miles allegedly doesn't live there anymore. Don't get me wrong, I love Miles. I think Miles is a funny kid. But he's doing his own thing, doing whatever it is that he's doing. And Moreland, as his father, had every right and obligation to say, no, my child is not going to be involved anywhere around there. Oh, did she? That's freaking crazy, Lovey, that she just met some random guy from Ghana. Oh, I shouldn't. Is that better? After all this time, Michelle, you still don't know how to spell my name. And it's right there on the channel name. See how it is? He has custody. It's important to keep him in a stable environment because her life is in YouTube and other things does not seem to be stable. She's very unstable. Actually, this is the most even-keeled I've seen her, but she's a huge scammer here on YouTube. Huge scammer. Started with an app. I mean, it's run the gamut with her. GoFundMe's and getting other people and financing her way of life, basically. I was shocked that she actually did a Q&A, and it wasn't even a Q&A. It was a quote-unquote life update that only had to do with Maximus, her mom, and the rest of her family. That was it. That's not a life update. That's you trashing people and trying to get sympathy on the fact that you don't have your kid and have stopped fighting for your child. Right, but being the most stable out of batshit crazy when she could be, you know, actually earning decent money as one of these freaking, you know, pulling a Britney, whatever her face name is, as an Instagram fitness person, making bank money, and she would have had more than enough money. She would have had more than enough money. Oh, it's fine, Michelle. I'm just giving you a hard time. You know, and it was, she didn't want to get a regular 9-to-5 because YouTube was her full-time career. She wasn't even making enough money to sustain herself, let alone, you know, what she needed to live. You see, that's what bothers me. There's a lot of us who use Patreon, have used crowdsourcing in the past, or even PayPal, and people like that make it harder for us to make a little bit of money. I agree. And it makes us a little bit weary too, especially for those of us who really just need help because of whatever circumstance. We get look like we're e-beggars, we're scamming, we're this, we're that. And it's, no, that's what it's there for. But people have to really just do the research and make sure that they're not being scammed. And that's the crux of the matter. It's people like Nina and it's people like the other scammers, the e-beggars that are running around here on YouTube that make bank money. And for those who need it, can't use it because they're chastised and they are, what's the word I'm looking for? They are ostracized for asking for help. Levy says, I get that, Tanya. She had to be the right frame of mind, and at the time she wasn't. No, she wasn't at the right frame of mind, but you also have to look at it from the other side. She knew, being in the adult entertainment industry, that could be used against her. Period, point blank. Look at what Tito Ortiz has done to Jenna Jameson. She hasn't seen her boys in how long? Her twin boys? All because he was this upstanding guy when he was a piece of shit. And yeah, she was addicted to drugs, but she's been clean. She has a new baby. She has built her life, and she's still being penalized for it. So on the off chance there, yeah, you look at what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But Jenna Jameson also didn't go out and defraud and rip people off. Amy says, I think a majority of her income comes from her other internet jobs, showing her juice. Yeah, maybe. Michelle, I will ask for help when it came to Prince. I will do so because I know I am on the up and up. I can't strip, so yeah, me neither. Well, I don't know if she's still camming or not. I don't know if she's gone the fitness route or not. I mean, she would be a bomb freaking personal trainer. Bomb. Look at her body. You would not think that she was over 40, she was, coming up to 40 or just over 40. You wouldn't, I mean, other than her cement ass and her boobs, but still, she looks good. She works really hard on that body. You would think that she would put that to, instead of, and I'm not knocking adult entertainment. It's legal. It's safe. You do you, boo. But instead of doing adult entertainment, which is what kept you away from your child, do fitness, do all of this, and she could be making bank and have at least 50-50 custody of her son within a year. No, in Florida, they don't take your kids for being a stripper. Hey, Angie, but they will take your kids if you are, or kid, mentally unstable and holding them at gunpoint. That's where this all started. That's how Moreland was able to get custody of this child. What's up, Angie? How you doing? We're just talking a little bit about Nina Santiago, aka biggest scammer on YouTube. Exactly, Lovey. Fabuloso. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Come on. Celeste, stop texting and driving. Ugh. Why is Colleen Ass not up there bringing the no-no fields? I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see if I can get the link doing it this way. Hold on. I added you, Don. Okay, Roxy. Family court is very flawed. That much I have to give to you. Bye, Roxy. Please, everyone, subscribe to her channel. She offers some really great insight into the beauty community, what it's like to be on the cusp of watching all of it. She's really insightful and she's really funny too. She does live streams too.
Hello.
She's awesome.
Hello. Can anybody hear?
Oh, hi, Princey Poo. Well, I have to say this, Lovey, okay? While I disagree with the fact that the father should be allowed visitation when there is any type of family violence, how many mothers are allotted visitation after beating the shit out of the fathers? Awesome. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, hold on a second. I might have this muted. Nope, I don't have. I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me?
Hold on. God dang it.
Michelle hears me.
Right,
Hi,
hold on.
Michelle.
Why is it not showing up? I can see you back there.
Hi. Apparently, Angie hears me. That's what she wants. Hi, Amy.
I cannot hear her.
Great.
This is what happened to me before. I want to blow up my eardrum. I'm trying everything, okay? Hush. I don't understand. What the hell? It has to do with something with my earbuds, but I can hear everything. Press F5. I don't, do I have F5? I do. Oh. Oh my God. It's okay. Okay. How do I get out of it? Because it's going to voiceover. I don't want to use voiceover right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, hold on. No, it's just going to voiceover. Turn off. All right, hold on a second.
No, you hear wrestling, Michelle. That's in the background. Sorry.
Whoa! This is what happened before.
Ouch.
Hold on.
Yay, she's up there twice and muted. Welcome to the show. Yeah.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, how about now is right.
Shut up.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but hold
See,
on.
this is what happens when you bring people on. You have to be a double duty person up there.
I forgot about that because I'm stupid.
You were just going to say we're stupid. Okay, all right.
Shut up. Okay, now my phone wants to verify an update right now. Are we even fucking kidding?
Tell it no.
I'm trying to, but it's still doing the little spinny circle thing saying verifying update.
Oh, that spinny circle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right, here we go. I forgot about the double duty thing.
Hello.
Hello.
She tells me to shut up every now and again, Michelle. I'm used to her.
Hello.
Bueller. So, Celeste, what animal did you slay tonight for dinner?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you, but
Oh,
my
for the love
phone
of
literally
God.
just decided to do the update right now.
Again, you can't hear me.
So give it a minute or 10 or 20. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Hold on. Disconnect sound preferences. Let me try that. Input. Oh, that's not it. See, this is why I don't do things. This is why I break things.
I offered.
Dawn, take it for a second. I'm going to see if I can try to rush this along. Hold on a second.
Okay. So, hey, what's up, all y'all on the side chat? It's not my channel, so this is weird. It's very weird at the moment. Sorry. Am I sitting? No, I'm not sitting on the TV, Michelle. Unfortunately, there's a pay-per-view going on, and I can't do anything about that because it's like WWE and all that nonsense. Ooh, Tanya left. Yay, yay, she's gone. Let's talk about her. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not sitting on the dang TV, lady. But I'm here. Hello, 15 people that are not speaking as usual. See, Celeste, you need to be up here because then I can argue with you about your squirrel meals. You blame me? Good. Good. I hope I gave you so much guilt on Friday. I really do. Angie, you ain't ready for me, honey. Let me tell you something. That's it. You're not ready. Mm-mm. Yep, yep, yep. Is that you actually closing your eyes and your mouth, Celeste? Is that a first? I'm just kidding. Oh, Celeste was eating, I don't know, it was like some kind of bear porridge or bear Bordeaux, bear something the other night. I offered, Tanya. It's not glasses, dummy. It's my stupid bra. What do they call it? Bear porridge. Poo porridge. It's all good. See, I let ask Celeste. She killed Pooh and she put him in her food. So that's now me and Celeste were having our thing because she slays squirrels for food and I apparently have to look for friends on my Twitter. So we're having a thing. Me and Celeste, we're having a thing. Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Michelle, Pooh, bear. Get it? Oh my God, Angie. Oh my God. That's even worse. I've got so many more hashtags coming your way, Celeste. Don't tell me these things. Now I dropped my damn cap. It's okay. Michelle doesn't want to put the H. It's okay. She doesn't have to. Oh my God. He's a bear. He didn't know any better. Oh, there she is again.
Okay, did it work?
I don't know. Did it?
Okay, I think it did.
Can you hear me now?
I can
Hi.
hear you.
Hi, Shell.
Okay,
so,
I think we're good.
You good? You gonna get this party rolling or what here, lady?
I know. I'm on
cheese and crackers.
Fail. 48 minutes later,
I told you.
I suck at life.
This wouldn't happen on my channel. Just saying.
I know, but still, hey, I gotta knock that dust off, right? Just in time for them to like get rid of the whole Google Hangout thing. Mm-hmm. I'll be really good at it, and then it'll be like, bye, see you later. Nice life.
It's all good.
All right, so what did I miss? I hear.
Oh, nothing. I'm just giving Celeste a hard time about her choices of food.
The bear was a bonus. Oh Lord. Okay. I can hear you.
Angie's on some crazy tips. She wants me to attack her. I'm telling you, there's going to be a fight. Listen, skinny mini over there, right?
Just having a baby ass looking like that. Fuck off. Hate you, by the way. Love you, but hate you. Like a lot, but not really. I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh,
I'm not gonna get into that.
that's a whole other
I'm not
thing.
getting into that.
That was a Lori and Barbie thing.
I'm not gonna get into that.
It's
Moving right
okay,
along.
Michelle. It's okay, Michelle. You don't have to spell. I can't spell either.
Who had hot dogs? Raise their hands. Not me.
No.
Anybody have any extra hot dog water? I can borrow to soak my bra in it.
What are you eating now? You still eating them candies?
Mm-hmm. My
Oh boy.
Hershey's hugs. Yeah,
Ew.
they're so good. I mean,
No, I'm not talking
ew.
about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm
Oh,
talking about Angie.
oh, funnel cake fries. Oh my God, you eat like that, and you look like. Oh my God, now I really hate her.
I'm not speaking to her.
That's
I'm not
messed up.
talking to her.
Anyway, keep it moving right along. Anyways,
Hmm. Irrelevant, Angie. Irrelevant.
did you get your new gallon bottle of Fabuloso ready for your
Uh huh.
your weekly? What was it? Weekday, weekly, something like that.
Uh
Cleaning.
huh. And lavender. Make sure it's lavender scent. Hey, Shannon.
Cheers, my baby mama, right there.
No, 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 no. I do my popcorn with my coconut oil, and I'm just good with that.
M&M caramels are good too. Yes, they are. That's very good.
I can't eat like that anymore. I go to the gym. I can't be eating like that.
Hey, a Hershey's Kiss between friends is not a big deal.
Well,
Not a big deal. Yeah, she's so cute. Oh, I love her so much. I figured you would be sleeping with the baby. That's why I even text you and let you know that all this was going to be going on. By the way, Shannon, by the way, Angie eats funnel cakes for dinner and looks like she does after having a baby. I just want to say I want to like kind of slap her around a little bit. Just
mm-hmm.
saying, because she can like go fly a kite and
Angie's canceled.
she is.
Yep,
Hashtag canceled culture.
that's it. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw F her. Bitch. How dare you look like that and have a baby? Fuck all the way off. I look like a train hit me and then a freaking Mack truck ran me over.
Let's not start with that, please.
Self-deprecating humor. Party for one. No, but we can see it in her face though. Oh, shut up. She looks like a funnel cake. My ass. I know what she looks like, y'all. She does not look like a fucking funnel cake. She can suck a dick. Angie, I've seen myself naked. Okay, yeah, too. It ain't pretty. It's not cute. This isn't cute. I'm working on it. Everything comes, mental first and then physical.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a process. It's a
Yeah,
process.
one does not work without the other. That's for sure.
Correct. So once I get the mind right, I might be able to actually be able to get into some sort of fitness
Oh,
thing.
see, Shannon, you starting already? You starting already?
What's your title
That's
about? Oh, well,
that's
she
a
just wants
combo.
us to
That's a combo
dive right
title.
in.
Good opening. Good segue.
Hey, I was looking for it anyway. I'm so lost with everything that's going on, so enlighten me. Well, this is a condensed version of a timeline. Like, what was that show back in the 70s and 80s, Time of Your Life or something, where they'd go back in your past and
Mm-hmm.
bring people on, right?
This is your
Well,
life.
this
This
is
is
your
your
life.
life.
That's it. This is the viewer's
This is a
choice,
story of a girl.
aka Hypocrite's choice. This is your life. And how many people she has burned, and how it sets up to what she's done currently. To I don't know if you remember him or not, Shannon. Art Rebel Miguel. I don't know if you remember him. She may not because she was pregnant and had massive pregnancy brain. I gotta switch ears on this one. I hate earbuds that make it like the inside of your ears itchy. I don't like it. All right, stop playing. Yes, he tagged me in a messed up tweet. Why did they want to hide that Angie Spaghetti?
I don't get it either. They blocked the weirdest comments, YouTube.
Well, did you hear? Okay, segue off chat, completely off. You know those compilation channels, like for freak out videos and like road rage and stuff. They are now having to show themselves, otherwise YouTube's gonna shut their channel down. Talk about ultimate face reveal day. Can I just say, all jokes, all shades. YouTube is now pulling that shit. Just saying, which I think, in my opinion, is pretty fucked up because, okay, you've got compilation channels that have to show their faces. Who's next? Like T by Alley, like all these people that want to remain anonymous. I shouldn't. The mic is right here. Listen, I got some janked up freaking headset, okay? Mama is broke and the dog ate this one. Okay, I'm operating off of one earbud and possibly part of a mic.
It's okay. It's all right. It's like MacGyver. It's MacGyver. Get a paper clip and like a rubber band and like, you work it out.
And some gum. You always had gum. But no, I'm working on
it. Shannon just gets right to the point.
I just know he was on. Yeah, he was on. Okay, who's douchebag? Let's put it all out there because we all know. Let's say she's part of the 17 watching. Felicia, aka Felicia. Like, oh my god, like I don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't understand why everyone hates me. Like, I don't even remember Felicia. Okay, she pulled a stunt the other night that really kind of set my teeth on edge. And it really hurts my heart to have heard on her hangout towards the last, what was it, like 6 minutes, Dawn? Something like that?
Oh, yeah, the last.
Yeah, call it the last 10 minutes of her hangout where her boyfriend, pseudo boyfriend, wannabe internet boyfriend, soon to be love triangle make fun of her quote unquote best friend. Who have we heard that about in the past? Let us all think. Dawn.
Huh?
You're one.
Oh, yeah, well.
Chandra, Tucci, JJ, Jan, Mara. Need I continue? And then when that douchebag comes up and starts laughing like it's not a big deal and she's encouraging it by going, he does it to me all the time, doesn't diminish how Miguel feels, and then precipitates it and dismisses how he feels like he was just dissed and dismissed by someone that is what I would consider, in my opinion, someone new to her hangouts, like on panel, versus him who, let's face it, got her into fucking boys. Let's call it what it is. Because at the end of the day, no one really wanted anything to do with her until Miguel put his stamp of approval on her. Okay? And then to hear him cry over her laughing at him, and if I put myself in his position, it sounded like she was laughing at him. And that hurt my heart. I've been on both sides of that fence, and neither one is very green. But to go from ignoring him to having him back up on panel to laugh at him is disgusting. Then she's got the queen of all trolls, but Let's let her take her bow. Queen of all trolls, the ones who doxed her own friends and trolled her own friends, she now has a nice little apprentice. And they're the ones in his ear. I felt so horrible for him because I'm going to tell you this out of the gate, Felicia. I know you're watching. I know you're listening. You are going to pluck the one person to have as your new friend for the 6 week period. And then you're going to say or do something that's going to push that person over the edge and they might hurt themselves. Then what are you going to do with yourself? It's not all fun and games then now, is it? And Shannon, be glad you're clueless. I know. And it hurt my heart, Celeste, that Miguel was so hurt and was just waiting for her to kind of jump on, what was his name, Punk, whatever, because he is a punk, to say, stop bashing my friend, stop, enough's enough, stop. And she just dismissed it like, oh, it's no big deal. It was a big deal to him, and if this is someone you called a friend, fuck out of here with all that. With friends like that, who needs fucking enemies? Who needs enemies?
Here's the sad truth, though, okay? And I really don't see, I was going to say this on my own channel, but I'm just going to say it now. I am through discussing the ins and outs of that person on my channel because, quite frankly, honestly, for me personally, I've sawed that off quite a few months ago. And although I will converse with anyone who wants to converse about anything, invent or what have you, as far as my giving advice, I'm staying out of it because when I do, and I'm not blaming anybody saying that it's, that was his fault. I don't agree with the fact that, and Celeste will probably understand where I'm going. The same night there was other hangouts going on before he decided to go over there, and there was, he was already kind of emotional over there. So I think going from one emotional situation to another didn't help. And, I don't think that it was meant to be something like a dragging kind of a thing. I think it was just a comment that went too far. But he was already in kind of an emotionally weakened state because, it was, I'm sure it was kind of jarring for him to be back there again and to be up there with her and up there with him. And I think the only person that made him feel kind of like more comfortable being there was probably, Awesome Hooker. So for me, just on my perception alone, I was sad listening to it, and I was also aggravated listening to it, and then I was kind of disappointed listening to it. And I just made it a point at that point, like, listen, bottom line is no matter how we feel about her, no matter how we feel about anybody, people are going to make their choices based upon how they feel. Listen, I can't comment about that. I'm going through that myself. And you know it, Tanya.
Right.
So
no, I know.
anyone telling me, it's not a good idea, don't be with this person, don't talk to this person, I'm going to end up doing what I want to do. In her specific case, I don't think it's the best way to go because sooner or later it's going to happen again or again. And again, if you watch that 5-6 minutes, that little blurb at the end of her hangout, you can see it again in her face. She doesn't know how to handle anybody emotional. And she was trying to be like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But at the same time, that laughter, that little, that's all like, let's try to get it off of him right now.
Well, I'm looking here at the side chat, and I don't know who you are, Caitlyn Jenner, but you do you with the name. But at the end of the day, he was the one who got her up over 1,000 subs.
Mm-hmm.
Trisha had nothing to do with that until he got everyone over there. So he can say he's not actually Voight. It doesn't matter. He's friends with everybody, and everyone loves him. So at the end of the day, it was him who got her in that position. It was him who got her in. And whether or not she wants to maintain that, that's up to her. I don't give a flying fart in space. But all I know is that I heard someone on a hangout crying over something that one of her quote unquote friends said, and she did nothing to stop it. Nothing. That's what's main. That's what's abhorrent. And that is what the writing on the wall is. Hey, Mimi, that's what it is. She thrives on having this kind of attention. And believe you me, this will be the first and last time I ever mention that bitch again, because y'all have the writing on the wall. And this isn't to anybody who's in the chat. Everyone who's in this chat knows what she's about. Knows she's about stepping on people to get two people ahead. When I'm going to say this, I'm going to break this down for you real quick for you, Felicia. Your channel is never going to get monetized because you play other people's music, you play other people's content, and all you do is trash people. Period. End of. End of. You built your channel based on thrashing other people. YouTube will not find that content family friendly or advertiser friendly. Never, ever. So you can continue on with your 1,000 subs. Good for you, girl. You rock it. But guess what? You have to live with the fact that Miguel got you those 1,000 subs. He's the one who got you over that hump because ain't nobody been subscribing to you. I haven't been posting dick, and I've had positive growth on my channel. So what does that tell you? Dawn has had positive growth. We don't go based off of bashing people for hours and days and weeks on end. Give me a break. Not to the people that matter to her. Not to the people that matter to her, not at all. And you know what? At the end of the day, she's not just causing problems, Mimi. She's hurting people again. Oh, I'm sure she got booted from that little group. But at the end of the day, people still like watching a train wreck. Just like Tucci said, she will sit back there with the freaking popcorn and watch because she enjoys a good train wreck.
Oh, let me comment on that. I don't think that it had to do with Boy. I'm going to agree with the fact that he took her over 1,000 for being on there. He was very much favored over on her channel. I'm not saying anything about Boy. I think it was mainly because he was on there a lot, especially at the end. And I don't think it had anything really to do with Boyd. I think it had to do just the fact that he was very, he's very into her and helping her and like bringing new content to her. And that's the way he is, no matter which hangout he's gone to. So I don't think it had anything to do with Boyd per se.
Not Boyd per se, but let's face it, that's the general crowd she's pulling in. So what are people going? This is going based off of someone who's been far removed from this entire thing for how many months now? I'm looking at it from a straight outsider's perspective. That's what it looks like, and that's what it looks like commonplace. So for people to sit here and dismiss how someone else feels because that's just how someone is, by saying something is a knockoff or whatever it was that set them off, to a normal person who's in the right state of mind, not inebriated, not in any way type of depressive state, we would laugh, be like, go fuck yourself and keep it pushing. He takes that shit really, really serious because he puts a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money into the things that he has, and he has an artist's heart. And artists who feel the way that they feel really shouldn't just, get involved with her in the beginning anyway, but much less take what she has to say or anybody on her panel has to say to heart, because Trisha and Felicia are, again, what Celeste said in her hangout, they will always be nameless and faceless trolls.
Hey, you left the chat.
No, I didn't.
I'm joking. Your other half left the chat.
I know. Try again. God damn it. My dad's on the internet. Come on. Come on.
I mean, it should be okay, right? You're still there.
I'm still here, but I'm not well, I hope so.
You are. If I can hear you, they can hear you.
I don't know if they can hear me or not.
Can you guys still hear Tanya? Nevertheless, whether he helped or not, I listen, I don't know anything about the other side. I stay away from all that. I'm just saying, from my perspective, there was a lot of help on this side. I'm not talking about that community. I'm talking about this one.
Yep. Hold on.
Okay, Celeste can hear you.
Okay. Because my channel won't refresh. Nothing will refresh.
They can hear you, Tanya.
I know, but I can't even see the chat. Hold on. Close that out. I'm going to close down anything that would take up the internet.
Right, which is the point.
Okay. So, all right, 2 seconds here. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me. See if I close out this window. Try again. Why won't it let me click try again? There we go.
Okay, you're back.
There I am. All right, there I am. All right, cool. Now maybe my freaking. My dad plays Pokemon Go in the house. Oh, there I go again. All right, hold on.
No, the only thing I know, and if I know anything about Miguel, he was asking her to have a discussion after it, and I'm pretty sure that it probably happened. I don't know because I haven't spoken to him or heard from him because now I guess he went, kind of on another break, but.
Let me try this.
I agree, Lovey. That's why I did. I agree.
Well, I know that woman Roxy that was in here earlier.
Mm-hmm. She always questions, like, why is it always talked about? Because there isn't any resolution and there isn't any vindication. It's only vindication only matters when she's vindicated, not anybody else. Then it doesn't matter. Then we're all just being, losers, and we're all just regurgitating the same information. Nobody can get vindication for themselves from anything that she has done, because everything is either like talked over or gaslighted over or told, she didn't do anything, or she tried to contact you, whatever it was. It never gets resolved. So it does keep coming up, because then it keeps going on and on and on in other aspects, and it'll go over in different communities, and it'll be traveled back here again, and that's the way it goes. See, Celeste, that's what I was concerned, and I didn't want to bring that up because listen, I have nothing to say about anybody's personal choices, what makes them feel better, but coming back from an already emotional situation from one hangout and then going right into another, that's what my whole thing was. That was where I was like a little concerned about it. Yeah, of course. Anybody would be. I have been on my own hangouts very many times where I've been like, to the point of crying, or I did cry, or I broke down, or whatever it was. And it is very upsetting listening to yourself
did
back.
That work?
Yes, it worked.
Why does it keep on ending me out?
I don't know. Well, that's not right. I mean, I didn't want to listen to any of it. I saw it the next day, and then I kind of just, like skimmed, and then I heard, because I had a feeling Miguel was going to go on. I really did. And I heard him, and he was very shaky and not comfortable, and he kept saying, "This doesn't feel right." That's what broke my heart, Tanya.
Yeah,
this doesn't feel right.
No,
this doesn't feel right. Mm-hmm.
None of it does. None of it feels
Right.
right. And if it doesn't feel right, then it's not any good.
Yeah.
I think I got this back before it fucking hung up. Oh, let's help.
Okay. Oh, okay, Celeste. I listen, that's the way, like I said, I knew he wanted to talk to her, and that's fine. That's his business. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to go public right away. That's just, after all of that had happened, that's just, but you know what? People do what they need to do, so. Me too.
No, and I agree with that, Celeste. If it doesn't feel friendly, it's not a friend. And that, unfortunately, is the case for him, but he's having to learn that lesson the way worst, hard way ever on the face of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us, sometimes it takes one bite. Some of us, it takes, losing an entire arm or, our heart in this case. And I'm just afraid that at the end of the day, he will keep on going back like a kicked puppy, expecting a different result.
Mm.
Punk does seem like an asshole, and anytime I've ever seen him, he's been a dick. Whether it's in a side chat, whether it's on panel, anything like that, he's just a dick. And if that's, that's not being edgy, that's not saying fuck the man, that's not being, 80s punk. Being a dick was not being part of rebelling against something. You can be respectful of other people and still want to buck social norms and still want to rage out or whatever, because at the end of the day, you don't know who is on the other side of that screen, and you don't know what the fuck they're going through, and you don't know what the hell you're going to push them to. You have no idea. So, Felicia, if you're listening, I hope you really take to heart what you could possibly be doing to another human being. Because the writing's on the wall that you're going to kick his ass to the curb the minute you're able to without getting any blowback from it. That's what it looks like to me, and that's what it looks like to a bunch of other people. No, she doesn't care. That's the sad part. But there's a silver lining around that. And that is she's going to be fucking with a bunch of people who won't take her shit and will troll her to death. And I hate saying it that way.
Yep. I listen. There's another area I did not want to comment on, but she made the very, very grave mistake of coming to my hangout. Not even she can come to my hangout. I don't care about that, but very grave mistake of getting on there, doing her usual, circulating, and then trying to get under my skin. Very big mistake where I voiced my opinion how I felt about those two. But listen. To each their own.
She's lucky she got booted when she did. Oh, Shannon, I just got your message. Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh my god, I love her so much. Princess. They very well might accept that about her. And you know what? Keep her. Keep her. Keep Trisha, keep them over there, keep them occupied. I just don't want her hurting anyone else that is a genuinely just a sweet person. And again, I'm going to say this. I have yet to talk to Miguel, but the general gist that I've gotten of it is that he just genuinely cares about her, and she could give a flying fart in space what he means to her, what she means to him, because it's no longer useful to her. And that's the sick part, is that it's no longer useful. So what is she going to do? She's going to chuck it aside like a piece of toilet paper, like a paper towel. Piece of garbage. Right out the door.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. I
do. I agree with that to a certain extent, but also, let's call bullshit where we see bullshit. Yes, I've made my mistakes, but does that mean I'm not allowed to express my opinion? No, not at all. But I've kept my mouth shut. I think Felicia's a huge, huge, huge waste of space here. And I've never said that about anybody. I think everybody has their niche, but I think she is the biggest waste and the biggest waste of space on this app, on this website, whatever you want to call it. I don't even think she comes off heartless. I just think she just comes off as not sure as to what to say or do, so she's going to go with the crowd instead of standing up for someone she called a friend, which to me screams weak. weaker than weak.
At the end of the day, to be honest with you, I wrapped my whole situation up when I heard her say the words, she's probably going through one of her episodes. See, that wrapped it up for me. I don't have any regard for anyone that can be that insensitive, no matter what it is. It doesn't even have to be something like whatever I've publicly talked about. It could be anything. I mean, she's used, words like gay. Oh, isn't that gay? And she got away with it. Oh, because it was I meant it this way. I see. That's what I don't subscribe to that. I don't care, because so many people this day and age, if it were you, Tanya, if it were a lot of people that said the word in a wrong context, or you said something in the sentence that didn't sound clear enough, people would be down your throat quicker than you can say I. Okay. And that's what I don't go for. When she says things that she is irrevocably never responsible for, and people let it go because that's just the way she is, or she'll explain it and say, well, no one came to me and asked me what I meant by that. It doesn't matter what you meant by that. You're 30 years old. You should know how to control your mouth. Just like they want you to control yours, and that you did all these things and you were wrong and you said dirty stuff and blah, blah, blah. But I hear a lot of apologizing coming out of your mouth. I never hear her say, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have gotten anybody riled up like that. I shouldn't have let Miguel on when I knew he might not be in the best frame of mind to be on a hangout right now with me. That's what people care do.
I can see what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, well, shit, he might just be looking for someone to have fun with and get out of that funk.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And then you're kind of wishy-washy about it. Not you personally, but just in general. Like, if he were to come up here, hey, Mara.
Hi, Mara.
They want to be that support for him. Or just in general, let's just say it was me and I was drinking, and I texted John. She was in the middle of a hangout. I said, I just want to have fun. I just need to get out of this headspace, but I've been drinking, because that would be me. I'd be like, yo, I'm drunk. Let's have fun. And she would try to keep me in that positive headspace. It went very negative and very dark, where it was already an emotionally charged night for him anyway. And she just added right to that shit pile. That's the thing I don't understand, is how you would allow a friend put themselves out there like that, already see what had already happened, because let's face it, she fucking watches everybody and wants to police everybody and what they say and how they say it, but she can go on weeks and days on and hours on end about me and my family and my friends, but I'm not allowed to say shit about it. We bring her up because, let's face it, what she pulled with Art, or however you want, I call him Miguel, what she did to him was dirty, like beyond fucking dirty. And at the very crux of the matter, see what you did wrong, and fuck the rest of us. You should have sat there and defended your friend. Whether that's your pseudo boyfriend, soon to be threesome kind of thing, I don't know, don't care. Stand up for your friend. Stand up for your friend. If anything, that would have gotten her clicks and views like that, because people would have never expected that from her. But now she's going to try to go back and rewrite history and say, well, I did, but, they took it this way, and they said this, and I didn't mean that, and I don't understand. And at the end of the day, the only person who suffered for it was Miguel. And that's not right. And that's not fair. And I understand life's not fair, but it's not right. And it hurt. It hurt to see someone actually go through that.
I think it was just the fact that, it was you heard that he got emotional just like I did. I right away, like when I heard that, I was like, oh, please. I'm having to internally calm myself down, because I start shaking. I'm like, nah, nope, not doing it, because the what I did here, I wanted to just call him up and be like, why did you? But you know what? I can't, because I've been in that position, and I understand why. When you just want to just kind of like, oh, let's lay it out, or just like let it all go and just try to be what we were. I don't think that can ever happen. And I think he's already addressed that. We're not going to be best friends. They want to be cordial, fine. But See, she doesn't know how to just do that. To her, that doesn't register. That's like, well, I don't get it because the responsibility still isn't there. She doesn't get that. She just gets that, oh, well, you seem to be okay, so why not? It seemed to be like everything was fine. But it's not, because it's still very raw, and whether it's under the influence or not, it's still raw. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. That hurt him a lot, especially where she couldn't have been bothered to read his DMs, even though they were super tight, knowing that someone now Celeste said this in her hangout. I'm going to say it in mine. If Dawn was upset with me or Shannon was upset with me, and the only way that we really communicated was through Twitter DM, which to me blows my mind, but and regardless, or DMs in general, and I didn't check them for a few days. To me, that was a purposeful mind game to fuck with his head. And then to sit there and be like, well, I have to process what happened and I just need some time. Time for what? He said nothing. And I'm going to say this. I was at work on the overnight. I heard him say nothing but nice things about you dumb twat. And yet you still ignored him instead of talking it out privately and it would have been done. No, 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 no. She had to elongate it and like twist that knife and add some salt and then sit there and say, well, I was just uncomfortable with the fact that you even mentioned me on Collie's hangout. What? No. Let's put this in normal person speech for let's go Felicia speak to normal human. That is, you went on Collie's hangout and I didn't like it.
No, no, no. She didn't mute him. No, no, no. He was on mine, and she stated that he was talking shade about her when he wasn't. He was just up there, just saying whatever was on his mind, and he wasn't saying anything bad towards her. He was being really nice and like he always is. Like
right.
he just is it okay if I say this? Is it okay if this one gets a wrench? Is it okay? Yes. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I am that person that is very like, yeah, it's fine. Even to her, you heard it, Tanya. I gave her the option, the open. You have something to say, Felicia. Get up there.
To be real, like for once in her short-term existence on social media, for once, say something real. Stop blowing bullshit. And then, no joke, when you walked away because of whatever reason,
I had to get a drink.
I'm asking her, who out of your core group of friends that helped you start that channel are you still friends with?
Click, 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 click.
And all you heard was, that's what you heard. And then she finally came up with some names, and I'm like, who? She goes, Holly. And I said, don't know her. You don't know Holly? No. It took me a minute, and it took Dawn coming back and saying, you don't remember Holly. She was in everybody's side chats. And I said, oh, yeah. Was she the one with the really long last name? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember her. She hasn't been around in like 2.5 years. She circles around everything to give her enough time to come up with some sort of freaking excuse.
It doesn't. It shouldn't. But it took away from attention from her. And again, I could be wrong about this, but I really don't think I am. Okay, based on my own, information with her, between her and I don't think I'm wrong as far as that's concerned. Anything that pulls any attention away from her, I don't think she likes.
Mm-mm. Nope. And she's going to be butthurt that Celeste was in here, Amy was in here. She's going to be all about, oh my God, you guys were all talking shit. La, 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 la. No, talking shit is making up shit and spreading around its facts like you do. And this is what you've actually done. And at least me, myself, and I'm holding your feet to the fire.
Oh, there goes your other 2 thumbs down.
Oh, damn it. People, and I agree with you on that, Shannon. And not for nothing, but it has been digging at me for over a week now that, well, yeah, you went to ground zero on February 8th. We've been below ground zero. We've been at the core of the earth with her, at least for me, for almost 2 years now, and it's still the same bullshit. She recycles the same bullshit. And what's going to be next? Art said some really shitty things about her, and says this, and he says this, and it's going to just go